So I recently announced that I have a partnership with Streamlabs, and I think one of the key questions that I'm excited to answer right out of the gate is why Streamlabs? I have effectively created over the last couple of years a web of chaos in terms of the various tooling that I use. And of course, I have a whole bunch of different scenes and a whole bunch of different sources, and some of them are active and some of them are not, and it's all kind of chaotically organized. And then I have all my audio mixer. Again, some of them make sense, other ones not so much. Then I have basically the same thing as over there, but in vertical scenes. And then, of course, sending it out to multiple places on Atom. Then I have the vertical canvas and the regular canvas, and then multi-chat and activity feed and so forth. The problem that I've run into quite consistently is that something will fail. Something will inevitably fail. I'll get a crash in OBS, or an alert will stop working, or whatever. It becomes this problem for me of trying to hunt down where the problem actually lies. But I've effectively created a chaos web that I can't figure out where the problems actually are. And the more complicated it gets in this mishmash of tools and services and functions and alert providers and bots and such, that anytime something fails, I don't know where exactly to look. And it becomes overwhelming, and by the time that I get frustrated and overwhelmed with it, and so I just don't deal with it, and it's just years of basically tech debt that I have built up. Now again, this is not the case for every single person. Some people are very clever and smart and are able to put these things all together so that it all makes sense for them and it all works perfectly and updates work well and all that. But that's not how my brain works, and that's not how I function. And so when things get to this point of chaos, I just get overwhelmed and kind of shut down. So one of the big questions right at the gate of why Streamlabs is that theoretically, all the things that I currently do across all these various tools and services can potentially be done in one. And Streamlabs has an app store for things that I may want additionally, but they already do a vertical and multi-streaming. They already have separate canvases. They already have a cloud bot. They already have all this various functionality that I have pieced together over the course of years that hypothetically, hopefully, will all work together as one thing, so that if I ever have a problem, I can just track it down. And if I can't figure out where that actually is, I can just reach out. So that's one of like the introductory things of why I'm excited for my partnership with Streamlabs. And just wanted to share that with you guys.